do enough. You have to do more. One more hit usually will do it. Well, then what happens is it like physically propels you through this chrysanthemum-like thing, and there's a sound like a saran wrap bread wrapper being crumpled up and thrown away, you know, that crackle. A friend of mine says, this is your radio intellecti leaving through the anterior fontanelle at the top of your head. I don't know what it is, but it's something is being... Yeah, right, that's what it is. And then there's this very defined sense of bursting through something, a membrane. And on the other side, and this is now, remember, my experience, on the other side, as you break through, there's a cheer. There's a whole bunch of entities waiting on the other side. And they, you know that Pink Floyd song, The Gnomes Have Learned a New Way to Say Hooray? Well, it's that place. It's those gnomes. And you burst into this space, and they're saying, how wonderful that you're here. You come so rarely. We're so delighted to see you. And one of the things about DMT that's really puzzling is, in a sense, it doesn't affect your mind. In other words, you don't change. For instance, if you take ketamine, the very first thing you notice before the trip hits is you notice that you no longer are anxious about having taken ketamine. You just sort of, anxiety leaves you. That means it's affecting your mind. It's doing something to the judgmental machinery. DMT doesn't lay a hand on the judgmental machinery. You break through into that space exactly who you were before breaking through. And the usual reaction of most people is something like, you know, and you think, God, heartbeat, normal, pulse, normal, everything's normal, yeah, everything's normal, oh God, because these things are there, and they're hammering at you, and they come forward. They're like jewel self-dribbling basketballs. And there are many of them, and they come pounding toward you, and they will stop in front of you and vibrate, but then they do a very disconcerting thing, which is they jump into your body. They jump into your body, and then they jump back out again. And the whole thing is going on in this very high-speed mode where you're being presented with thousands of details per second, and you can't get a hold on, you say, you know, my God, what's happening? And these things are saying, don't abandon yourself to amazement, which is exactly what you want to do. You want to go
But why do we have two nostrils?
Don't do that. Pay attention. Pay attention to what we're doing.
Osiris, fuck off.
Well, what they're doing is they're making objects with their voices. They're singing structures into existence. These things are, and what they will do is they'll come toward you, and then, and you have to understand, they don't have arms, so we're kind of downloading this lower dimension to even describe it. But what they do is they offer things to you. Say, look at this, look at this. And as your attention goes toward these objects, you realize that what you're being shown is impossible. It's impossible. It's not simply intricate, beautiful, and hard to manufacture. It's impossible.
Shut
the nearest analogy
the fuck
would be the Fabergé
up,
or something like that. But these things are like the toys that are scattered around the nursery inside a UFO or something. Celestial toys. And they are, the toys themselves appear to be somehow alive. the toys themselves can sing other into existence. So what's happening is there's just this proliferation of elf gifts, and the elf gifts are moving around singing, and the whole thing is directed toward, they're saying, do what we are doing. And they're very insistent. They say, do it, do it, do it. And you feel like a bubble. And now this is subjective. I mean, only 5% report this, but it happens to me. You feel like some kind of bubble inside your body that's beginning to move up toward your mouth. And when it comes out, it isn't sound, it's vision. You discover that you can pump stuff out of your mouth by singing, and they're urging you to do this. They say, that's it, keep doing it. And the whole thing is like, we're now at minute 4.5 with this stuff. And you speak in a kind of glossolalia. There's a spontaneous outpouring of syntax unaccompanied by what is normally called meaning. It's sort of, he ding wow wak sapti mud dekti ting get wahaksiki pipin and wahavedetam bohagagetek. And this is accompanied by a modality, something seen. And they're saying, yes, do it, do it, do it. And then after a minute or so of this, the whole thing begins to collapse in on itself. And they literally begin to physically move away from you. And usually their final shot is they actually wave goodbye and they say, deja vu, which makes no sense at all if you analyze it. So then you come down, and you're now at minute 6 to 7, and you come down, and it's like being more loaded than you've ever been. It's like about a 700 mic acid trip, but you embrace it as totally down. You say, I'm totally down. I mean, you look like a termite from Arcturus, and the rule.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello there, is that Lewis?
Hi, yeah, speaking.
Hello, Lewis. Shane Lumley here calling from the Silverton Inn.
Hiya.
Hi there, yeah, you've just marked your interest in a part-time job we have down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay to be asked a couple of questions? You got a minute?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. First one is quite important is your location. Where do you kind of live?
So I live in Osprey St Mary, which sort of gets sort of like.
Okay. Do you know where we are?
Not entirely. I knew you were in Exeter.
Yeah, no, we're not actually in Exeter. We're about 7 miles north of Exeter.
Oh right, okay.
I'm just in a village called Silverton.
Right. Sorry, it just came up because I was applying for jobs from the Indeed website with the location of Exeter on it, and I thought it was all
the X5 area.
the X5. Yes, it's quite a bit above.
Yeah. I mean, obviously that'd be Osprey St Mary. Well, even Exeter's still quite a bit of travelling, isn't it?
Well, Exeter's fine. I mean, because there's just so few like positions available in Oxford. It's just such a small town, so I sort of have to. I sort of have to go to Exeter, really.
Yeah, probably about 30-minute drive or so on the Osprey St Mary.
Yeah, it's sort of 25, 30 minutes into Exeter, but it's usually like 40 minutes from if I get a bus.
Right, okay. Do you drive?
I don't yet. I'm literally I'm very close to passing.
It's going to be an absolute mission to get to here because there's obviously not a bus from Oxford to Silverton, is there?
No, I guess there isn't a bus from. I guess it's not a bus from Exeter to Silverton either.
No, that would be a massive issue, wouldn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, yes, I don't think that will probably work out, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, buddy.
All right.
I mean, obviously, if you get a car or something, give me a buzz again.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your interest
Cheers.
anyway.
Bye.
Bye.
Quilt, but I'm completely back.
What? Oh shit.
Battery low. Please charge now. Connected to Black iPhone 6.
Gosh. Gosh. Mm.
Dispatch cells in the underground.